Good evening and welcome to this December 9th edition of EastCast. I'm Jody Cohen with co-anchor Lisa Taylor to bring you the news of this week. Lisa, guess what the big news of this week is?
What is it?
It's the HSPT testing that all 11th grade students have to take this week. The testing started yesterday, December 8th, and continued to today and will finish tomorrow. The test includes sections on reading, mathematics, and writing. Juniors have to report to school at the regular time during this week, and following the test, all other students are to report to school for shortened periods. In the past, it was the 9th graders who had to take this test. However, in 1988, the New Jersey legislature passed a law which moved the HSPT from 9th grade to 11th grade. The grade 11 HSPT will serve as a graduation requirement for all students in New Jersey who enter the 9th grade on or after September of 1991. The reason that this year's juniors are taking the test is because it is part of the process through which testing standards will be determined. Some juniors may be upset that they have to take this test again. However, there is also an advantage. Juniors will not have to take the 3-day TAP test in the spring. For the past few weeks, East halls have resounded with the familiar cry, "Give blood." Any student who turned 17 by December 3rd and weighed over 110 pounds was asked to please donate blood during the first 3 days of December. The National Red Cross came to East during these days to collect the blood from the generous volunteers. This program is always popular at East, with large publicity committees who make signs, decorate the cafeteria with blood drops, and convince students that giving blood is one of the best things they could do. They were very effective, as always, and we were able to have an immense turnout. However, if you did not give blood last week, or even if you did, please remember that a second blood drive will take place in the spring. All people who qualify to give blood truly should. Thanks to everyone who spared a bit of time to save a few lives. There are some people in this world who are surprisingly grateful to you. The SAT word of this week is lugubrious, meaning very sad, mournful, dismal, doleful, usually implying ridiculously excessive grief. There are only 2 weeks left until winter vacation, so we can expect all lugubrious faces to soon disappear.
The 1993 Eidolon yearbook publication of Cherry Hill East will be presenting piano virtuoso Helen Wang in a solo performance showcase concert on Friday evening, December 18th at 8 o'clock p.m. This event is going to take place in our auditorium. Born in Japan in 1982 to Chinese parents, Helen was brought to the United States in 1985. She and her family now reside in Cherry Hill. At age 5, she began piano lessons, and that same year won the International Young Artist Piano Competition. The following year, she won the Mozart on the Square Young Artist Competition. By age 7, Helen was a first-place winner of the Bach Festival and had received an invitation to perform with the Concert Soloist Chamber Orchestra and the Philharmonic Orchestra of New York. In 1991, Helen was enrolled in the preparatory division of the Manhattan Music School on a scholarship and had 2 performances with the Philadelphia Orchestra. She's appeared in Israel and Japan, performed with the Mid-Atlantic Chamber Orchestra in Virginia and Washington, D.C., and has been invited to attend the International Music Festival in Calgary this past November. After her performance at East, Helen will appear in concert with the California Symphony Orchestra in January of 1993. When she's not performing or practicing, Helen is a 5th grader at the Horace Mann School. Her spare time activities include reading, swimming, bicycling, and playing with her friends. After all, she's only 10 years old. Tickets for Helen Wang's concert, featuring the music of Bach, Mozart, Chopin, and Beethoven, are available at the yearbook office of our school. Tickets are $4 each and can also be obtained at several of the schools throughout Cherry Hill. For further information, call 424-2222, extension 504, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. on weekdays. That's 424-2222. For the 15th year, students of Cherry Hill High School East are participating in the annual Fraternal Order of Police, or FOP, holiday party for special children. This party is going to be held on December 21st from 9 o'clock a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Cherry Hill Hyatt House. Approximately 250 students have been working hard since the beginning of October, making decorations for this Christmas party. Students either work making decorations for the ballroom, the Santa Claus room, or they just make table decorations. Students work from about 4:15 after school and from 7 to 9 o'clock at night. The chairpeople will choose who will attend the party by selecting those who have worked the hardest. Students chosen to participate will be asked to decorate the Hyatt House the night before the party. A multicultural mix of classic, popular, and seasonal music will be presented tomorrow in the East Auditorium by various musical groups from Cherry Hill East. The concert will begin at 7:30 p.m. and will include performances by the East Singers, a mixed choral group, the Chansons, an all-female choral ensemble, the vocal workshop that includes various grades and experience levels, and the unique Bells of East, who not only play handbells but also sing as they ring. with the Madrigals will perform Renaissance music and costume, and of course the orchestra and string workshop groups. Once again, that's tomorrow night at 7:30 in our auditorium.
Last Friday and Saturday night, December 4th and 5th, the Actors Studio 2 class performed Our Town by Thornton Wilder. The play was directed and produced by Mr. Nation. The cast, who have been working hard since October, includes Shelby Adams, Beth Finch, Rebecca Freed, Brad Klein, Jem Lipsius, Sharon Markowitz, R.J. Portello, Corey Ringer, Scott Rosenblum, Andrew Rosenfeld, Brittany Sachs, Abby Sendro, Evan Weiner, Chris Wilkins, and Ryan Wolfson. This three-act play is set in Grover's Corners in New Hampshire at the turn of the century. Our Town is the most frequently produced show in theater today. The plot is about two teenagers who fall in love and get married. Jessica Klein said, "It was very good and all the students did an amazing job." Our Town is over, and our theater department is already preparing itself for its next performance, Godspell. Godspell is a rock musical that originated as an off-Broadway production before advancing to Broadway. Now, East is ready to give it a try, not for the first time. In fact, in 1976, East's performance of Godspell went on tour to California. The cast for this phenomenal show consists of only 13 parts, and for the first time since 1979, the show will not be double casted. Godspell is scheduled for January 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, so get ready.
Once again, East mourns the loss of a member of our staff. Tony D'Angelo, who was a member of the Social Studies Department, died last week as a result of his battle with cancer. Although he left East several years ago, students and staff remember his warmth and caring attitude as a person and as a teacher. The East community sends its condolences to his family and friends. That's it for the news tonight. A special thanks to Mr. Gordon Hanson, cameraman and editor, to Mr. Keith Haynes, advisor, and to Tim Brady and Tracy A. Denton, our student camera people. Thank you for joining Jody Cohen and me, Lisa Taylor, this evening. Stay tuned for All Cherry Hill Elementary School Chorus, which follows the junior high school news. Tonight we leave you with Ophelia, who is most lugubrious with the cold weather. Good night, Ophelia.
See, that was good.
Good evening, and welcome to the West Report. I'm Lindsay Melson.
And I'm Amy Schneider. This past weekend, several members of West Theater Workshop presented the romantic comedy A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. 29 people were in the cast, which included a love quadrangle of Athenians, fairies casting mirthful spells, and actors in a play within a play. 310 parents, friends, and seekers of extra credit in English class attended opening night, and the closing night was just as well attended. West's next show is the spring musical West Side Story. You can see A Midsummer Night's Dream broadcast on Cable 18 in early 1993.
What do Hershey's Kisses and Cherry Hill West students have in common? Every year, the sophomore class sponsors the Candy Kiss sale. This is when students and faculty can send a message and Hershey Kisses to any other student or faculty member. These sweet messages are $1 each and will be delivered on December 22nd. If you would like to purchase a Candy Kiss message for that special someone or just a good friend, you can do so in all lunch periods or in homeroom in U41.
Congratulations go out to the many instrumental students who were accepted into the All-South Jersey Honors Wind Ensemble, Symphonic Band, and Orchestra. Tryouts were held last Friday evening at Vineland Regional High School. Accepted into the Wind Ensemble were Jim Nicholson, Ken Robinson, Todd Groves, Becky Effler, Michael O'Donnell, Samara Aberman, Jeremy Munyon, Ann Ebi, Peter Fashnacht. The symphonic band members are Diane Tomlinson, Chris Dudley, Julietta Schoaf, Solomon Spector, Liz Watson, and Peter Greenfogel. The orchestra members are Wesley Tudor, Joey Chang, and Sarah Rosen. In 15 minutes, the first part of the two-part winter music concert will begin. Performing in tonight's concert will be the Wind Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Bruce Yorko. The Wind Ensemble selections will include Sailors in Wales by Francis Macbeth, The Earl of Oxford's March by Gordon Jacob, and Shepherd's Hay by Percy Granger. The concert band will be led by Mr. Robert Goldman, and they will perform Celebration and Dance by James Swearinger, music from the suite The Planets by Gustav Holst, and Psalm and Celebration by Bruce Pearson. If you would like to be a part of this special night, be here at 7:30, and admission is free. Next week, the choral portion of the concert will include the Men of Note, the West Singers, Vocal Workshop, Chanson, and Chamber Singers, led by Mrs. Bass. Remember, the evening starts at 7:30, and admission is free.
Philadelphia Inquirer sports writer Bill Lyon visited West last Friday, December 4th, to talk to students about his work. He stressed the importance of reading and hard work for any aspiring young writers. He also spoke about many of the interesting personalities and events that he has reported during his career. However, the highlight of his speech was when students and teachers had a chance to ask Mr. Lyon questions about his work and his opinions of the sports world. Pizza and soda were served. His visit was fun and educational for all. Now here's Dave Marika with this week's sports.
In sports, the boys and girls swim team began their season last week. The boys lost to Eastern by a small margin, as the girls lost to Camden Catholic by 20 points. The boys team swims Kingsway this week. The boys and girls basketball team are hard at work for their upcoming season. Both teams have had 3 scrimmages, and final cuts will be made this week. The boys team, under coach Donald Murray, looked very strong this season, with senior Pat Boyce leading the way at center. And the girls team is also expected to make a run for the Olympic American Conference title this year, as seniors Joanna Elias, Janaea Butler, and Chrissy Zepnicki will lead the way for the team. And I promise that next week we will have an interview with baseball coach Tom Trotman, who recently won the Hot Stovers Coach of the Year award. I promise. I'll hold my word. Well, that's all the sports. Now back to the West Report.
On December 17th, the Spanish Club will pay an annual visit to Mi Casita, a daycare center in Camden. The West students will host a Christmas party for the children of Mi Casita, and one student will dress as Santa Claus and gifts will be distributed to the children. If you would like to help on any part of this event, see Mrs. Lopez or any member of the Spanish Club. The Asian Culture Clubs from West and East are sponsoring their annual auction at East High School this coming Friday, December 11th. Volunteers from the West Asian Culture Club will be auctioned off. Bidding will start at $1 and will be raised to the highest possible price. Money from the auction will be placed in the Asian Culture Club's treasury. The person bought by other club members will be required to go to the dance the following night. Remember, you do not have to be Asian to take part in this activity.
This past Sunday, the members of the French Club went to a Haitian church as part of a Haitian outreach program. While they were at the church, they listened to a French mass. Then afterwards, they were able to speak to Haitians whose language is French. Also, the students whom attended took gifts for the less fortunate Haitian children to receive around the holidays. The staff and students at West are still able to send Lion Hearts to other staff members. The Lion Heart is a message and a button sent to show appreciation to a teacher or faculty member. The Lion Heart buttons are now redeemable for various different prizes. If you would like to trade in your Lion Heart pins for a prize, you must visit B1 sometime during the school day.
Nature Defense Club is looking for West students to take part in its elementary schools program. This year, Nature Defense has received a grant from the Environmental Protection Agency and will need 36 to 40 students to work on the program and then to travel to 6 elementary schools to work with the kids. There are 4 areas of the program which students can choose to take part in. If anyone is interested in working on this, see Mrs. Hawes in E21 or take an application from the Nature Defense Bulletin Board and return it to Mrs. Hawes.
On Friday, December 11th, the freshman class will travel as a group to see McCarter Theater's presentation of A Christmas Carol. Contrary to the title of this adaptation, the theme of the play does not concern Christmas itself. The Christmas season is only part of the setting. Instead, the drama leaves the message that when the accomplishments of our lives are measured, we will be remembered for the times that we extended ourselves for each other and helped those who needed us. In that spirit, McCarter Theater is inviting all of the schools attending its matinee performances to participate in its annual canned food drive for the Trenton Area Soup Kitchen. Specifically, they ask that each student bring 1 canned good to the performance.
Thank you for watching the West Report. Stay tuned to Cable 18 for the All Cherry Hill Elementary Winter Chorus Concert. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, and welcome to Carusi News. I'm Diane Zivakowski.
And I'm Karen Greenwald.
Tonight's feature story is focusing on saying no to drugs. First up is Jeff Thaxton Assembly. Here with the story is Karen Greenwald.
On Monday, Jeff Thaxton spoke to the 7th grade students at Carusi. His presentation included music, dancing, but primarily it was about drug abuse. To get his anti-drug message across, he used his own life as an example, telling his story from when he was a young child up to when he became an adult. His presentation kept the 7th graders entertained, informed, and attentive. When asked afterwards, the 7th graders replied that they enjoyed it and appreciated Mr. Thaxton coming to Carusi. He will be back to present the 8th grade assembly tomorrow.
Thanks, Karen. Tonight's focus on enrichment is the Respect for Drugs program. The Respect for Drugs program is a program that is being offered in Carusi. It was offered 22 years ago, but for some reason it was banned. The reason that it came back was because Mr. Kritz, the coordinator, thought that the elementary schools could relate more to junior high students rather than West students. He hopes that junior high students will learn a lot and just say no to drugs. Here's sports with Lindsay Weiderman and Michelle Hart.
Tonight's focus on sports will be wrestling, cheerleading, and 7th grade basketball. Here's the report on wrestling with Reggie Hardwick and Mr. Klein.
Mr. Klein, how long have you been coaching even 7th grade wrestlers?
I think this is my 18th year of coaching wrestling at Carusi. I was assistant coach under the present assistant principal, Mr. Perifico, and then I became the head coach. So I think this is my 18th season.
Have you had any coaching experience before you came to Carusi?
I came here in 1965, and I began coaching then, so we started the program here. This is my only experience.
Okay. What do you expect to learn of your team this year?
As long as they put out the effort. Wrestling is unique in that we have a lot of people who just begun the program when they started here. So as long as they do the best they excuse me, as long as they do the best they can, that's all I can ask.
How difficult was it to pick your team?
Well, our problem is not picking a team because we don't have any cuts, but do the individuals want to put out the effort necessary to remain? It takes a commitment on their part to stick it out, and we keep everybody who can do that.
How many boys tried out for the team, and how long?
I think we started with about 48 boys. I think we're down to about 36 now, and I hope they all remain out.
Okay, thank you. So how do you think the season's going to turn out to be?
I think we have a lot of veterans and a lot of enthusiastic 7th graders. I'm looking forward to a very successful season. We will definitely win more than we lose, and hopefully at tournament time we'll be ready and we'll do very well in that.
Who's some of your best team?
Some of my best wrestlers, Jim Lupinetti, Matt Alemi, Mike Young, Brian Gismondi, Ben Apicetti looks like he's coming on, and a couple of the new 7th graders look like they're going to be pretty good. I'm very enthusiastic about this season. Very.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Reggie, and thanks, Mr. Klein. Here's Stacy with Mr. Gerst reporting on 7th grade basketball.
Mr. Gerst, how long have you been coaching basketball?
I've been coaching for 12 years.
How many people tried out for this year's girls basketball team, and how many actually made the team?
We had 42 girls try out, and 12 girls made the team.
What qualities were you looking for when you chose the girls for the team?
I was looking for basketball ability, hustle, good sportsmanship, and their work habits, if they're really hardworking or not.
What are your goals for the upcoming season?
My goals would be to have a successful season. I'd like to see us improve as a team, to really gel, develop cohesiveness as a team, and to improve on the skill and win some games.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gerst.
Thanks, Mr. Gerst. Thanks, Stacy. Here's Michelle with cheerleading.
The 1992 cheerleading squad has been chosen. Although 61 girls tried out, coaches were only able to take 18 7th graders and 18 8th graders. When one of our Carusi News staff members asked one of the cheerleading coaches, Tina Smith, how many years she has coached cheerleading, she replied that this was her first coaching job. She also said that She was a cheerleader in high school. She cheered varsity for 4 years at Overbrook High and 2 years at Winslow Township. We wish the cheerleaders and their coaches the best of luck in the upcoming season. Back to you, Lindsay.
At the conclusion of the 8th grade field hockey season, the team voted in 3 categories. The categories being Most Improved, Most Valuable Player, and Unsung Hero. Dana Pastorius won for Most Improved Player. Christine Fee was chosen for Most Valuable Player, and I was chosen for Unsung Hero. Both Christine and I were invited to the Cherry Hill High School West Field Hockey Team Awards Banquet. Christine and I got awards and would like to thank Barbara Thompson for inviting us. Back to you, Diane.
Thanks, Michelle and Lindsay. We'd like to thank Mr. Hanson, our technical advisor, and Mr. Gerst, our advisor. We'd also like to thank Orit Aviram for her contributions to tonight's show. Thanks for watching, and good night.